My fucking god. Just when I thought, Disney were the ones acting like crying little bitches, and I would still say that they are worse in this situation. I'll still say Disney is the worst out of the two companies here, but Sony is still being dumb. Okay, let me make one thing perfectly clear before I get into this video. If you like movies like Madam Web and Kraven the Hunter, fine, whatever. I don't care. Alright? I don't care if you like those movies or not. That's your opinion. Go ahead. But I do not want to hear, oh, it's not as bad as you say this. Look, that's your opinion. But if I think it's that bad, I think it's that bad. Saying to me that, oh, it's not as bad as I think it is, isn't going to change my opinion. Okay, it's not going to change my opinion. It's not going to do anything. In fact, saying shit like that is more likely to piss me off. Like, that is more likely to piss me off. So if you like that movie, if you like those movies, if you like god-awful movies like Madam Web and Kraven the Hunter, that's fine. Just don't go at me and say, oh, it's not as bad as you think it is, because I don't fucking care. Alright, I do not fucking care. I'm making that clear right now. But yeah, okay, so Sony is starting to say some really, really stupid shit. What stupid shit, you may ask? Well. It has something to do with Spider-Man. Marvel, please just take the rights away from Spider-Man. I know I made fun of Disney earlier, but just take the Spider-Man rights away from Sony. Marvel, please, just do it. I know I made fun of Disney earlier, but I will say this. Yes, I will say this. Like, at least because Mufasa didn't do well at the box office, I know Disney is saying it's the #1 movie in the world, but do you know what's funny? Transformers 1 was considered the #1 movie in the UK for a couple of days. It still didn't do well at the box office in the UK. The only reason why it said it was like #1 in the UK was because by the time it came out in the UK, a month after it came out in America, was because there was like barely any movie, there was like no other movie that people would watch that day. That's why. It still did terrible in the UK. And yeah, Disney can say whatever they want, but Mufasa flopped at the box office. Disney can act like crying bitches. They can bully people all they want. It still flopped, and they should just accept that. And because it flopped, let's be real, that means there's going to be no more live-action Lion King. And thank fuck for that. But Sony does not seem to get the fucking message here. Because Kraven the Hunter and Madam Web bombed at the box office, the CEO of Sony, I forgot his name, but honestly, I don't care. And hey, that fucker doesn't care to remember my name, so why the fuck should I care to remember his? He doesn't give a shit to remember anyone's name. Why the fuck should we care to remember his name? But anyway, he is saying, oh, Kraven the Hunter didn't deserve to bomb at the box office. It was a really, really good movie. And Madam Web was also a really, really good movie. The only reason why it bombed was because those critics just wanted us to fail. Also, they lied about it being bad. I'm not joking. That is literally what he said. Maybe not directly that way, but he basically said that. He's basically saying, oh, the critics are lying about the movie being bad. Okay. Mr. CEO of Sony. I know I'm not a CEO of a big movie company that's been around for 100 years. I know I'm not. You probably know about more of the filmmaking business than I do. I'm not, I won't deny that. You probably do. When people give a bad review, they're not lying about the movie being bad. That's just their opinion. You dumb fuck. It really doesn't take a rocket scientist to figure out that they gave the movie a bad review because the movie is bad in their opinion. Now, yeah, there are some people that will like make their own opinion through like reviews of critics by not watching the film at all. And look, I'm not the type of person to say that you should always agree with critics, alright? I'm not that type of person. The fact that IGN gave Mufasa an 8 out of 10 and Sonic Movie 3 a 6 out of 10 pretty much shows you that and IGN also gave Transformers 1 a 5 out of 10, which pretty much shows you that IGN should just fucking shut down as a company altogether, but whatever. I mean, this is the same review company that gave Stellar Blade shit because the main character was a sexy woman. No, I'm not making that up. They literally did that. I'm basically saying IGN should go and fuck themselves. But anyway, that's besides the point. Sony is basically trying to convince people that movies like Madam Web and Kraven the Hunter are great masterpieces. Which, okay, even people that like those movies admit that they're not masterpieces. Sony, I get that you're pissed off that they didn't make money, but do you know what you do? Do you know what you do when a project like this isn't as successful as you were hoping it would be? Do you know what you do? You grow the fuck up and you move on. Like, you grow up and you move on. Don't get me wrong, it hurts when a project you put a lot of time and passion, in this case you didn't put time and passion, but let's say you fucking did, doesn't do well at the box office. It hurts, I get it. But at the same time, if it bombs, it bombs. If it gets bad reviews, it gets bad reviews. And there's nothing, repeat, nothing you can do about it. Stop acting like it's the end of the world because your 2 shitty Spider-Man spin-off movies that came out this year didn't do well at the box office. Stop acting like that. Same thing to you too, Disney. Stop acting like your company is going to shut down because, 2 shitty movies you made didn't do well at the box office. This is pathetic. This is outright pathetic. And like I said, I am not shitting on the people that liked Kraven the Hunter and Madam Web because honestly, I don't fucking care if they like those movies or not. That's none of my business. They can enjoy those movies all they want. Will I think they have shit taste? Probably. But am I going to outright go out of my way to like ruin their lives because they don't share the same opinion as me? Fuck no, I'm not. Look, when man babies on social media do this, that's one thing. When it's a professional in quotation marks, by the way, a professional film company doing this is just pathetic. This is fucking pathetic. You're a film company, not a fucking incel on Facebook. Well, I don't know why the hell I mentioned incel. This has nothing to do with incels, but you get what I'm saying. Why the fuck do you think that blaming critics for your movie bombing is going to do anything? The Garfield movie that came out this year got mediocre reviews. Not terrible reviews, mediocre reviews. And that movie still did pretty damn well at the box office. That movie still did pretty well. And, hey, that movie was also made by you, Sony! Also, Venom 3 got bad reviews. And guess what? It still made money at the box office. So, here's the thing, Sony. Just because critics give your movie a bad review, that's not automatically the reason why it bombed at the box office. I mean, you watch the trailers for movies like Morbius, Kraven the Hunter, and Madam Web. Take a listen to that fucking dialogue and tell me that's a movie you actually think, yeah, that's going to be a fucking good movie to watch. No! Just no. Sony, do yourselves a favor. Just make Beyond the Spider-Verse. And then after that, just give the rights back to Marvel. Just give the rights of Spider-Man back to Marvel after you're done with Beyond the Spider-Verse. Just finish Beyond the Spider-Verse, and then just let Marvel, and then just give the rights to the Spider-Man, and just let Marvel make the rest of the Spider-Man movies. Because it's clearly obvious that you can't be trusted with this IP. It's clearly obvious that this is failing. The fact that half of these movies you have made have done terrible at the box office, I am shocked that Marvel has not taken the rights away from you yet. And the only reason why you're making these shitty spin-off movies is because you need to release a Spider-Man movie every 5 years in order to keep the rights. Newsflash, Sony, no one wants you to have the rights. Why do you think no one is showing up to Madam Web, Morbius, and Kraven the Hunter? Why do you think? It's not because critics gave those movies bad reviews, even though those movies are genuinely god-awful. Oh, the reason is because people want Spider-Man to they want the rights to Spider-Man to go back to Marvel. You are lucky that the Spider-Verse movies are good. And yes, Into the Spider-Verse and Across the Spider-Verse are amazing, and I can't wait for Beyond the Spider-Verse. And I guarantee Beyond the Spider-Verse is going to be fucking amazing. When it comes out in either 2026 or 2027, I honestly think it's coming out in 2028, but I've heard rumors that it's more likely to come out in 2026. I think 2028. There's no way in hell it's coming out in 2026, but whatever. But you get what I mean, though. Like, no one wants you to have the rights to Spider-Man. The only reason why people showed up to the Venom movies is because those movies, even though they're bad, they're enjoyably bad. They are so bad, they're fun. And Madam Web isn't enjoyably bad. Morbius. Okay, Morbius has Matt Smith in it. Morbius has Matt Smith chewing the scenery. I mean, come on. Like, Morbius is a bad movie. Don't get me wrong, but let's be real. Matt Smith does make that. Let's be real. Matt Smith is the reason why you watch that movie. I mean, honestly, even though I think Morbius is a pretty bad film, I do recommend just finding a compilation of all of Matt Smith's scenes on YouTube because he does have a good time. But Madam Web is awful. Kraven the Hunter. Oh, I fucking hated Kraven the Hunter. Madam Web was bad, but Kraven the Hunter was so much fucking worse. Sony, just finish Beyond the Spider-Verse. Give the rights back to Marvel. Because let's be real, Sony. Marvel isn't going to let you keep the rights forever. There's going to be a point where Marvel is going to say, where you're going to release a Spider-Man movie, and then the very next year, or probably the next day after it comes out, Marvel is just going to take the rights away from you eventually. Because they're going to get sick and tired of this bullshit. They're going to be like, yeah, Sony, we know you enjoy having the rights, but most of these movies are done terrible at the box office. They're not making you any money. But our MCU Spider-Man movies are making money, so thank you! This belongs back to us. Also, never contact us again. We are never letting you make Spider-Man movies again. Go fuck yourselves. Oh, and if you try this, we will sue you. Like, that's what's going to happen eventually, Sony. It may not happen for a long time. It may not happen for another 10 years, but it's going to happen. And the fact that you can't accept that is pathetic. You lost. Give up. You don't win. You lose. Good fucking day, sir. I'm done. I'm done with the Sony bullshit. the next Spider-Man spin-off movie they announce, I'm not gonna bother. I'm not gonna bother. Kraven the Hunter fucking broke me. That movie broke me. I hated it that much. And look, I know a lot of people are saying Mufasa the Lion King is worst movie of the year. And don't get me wrong, Mufasa is terrible, but that movie's not awful. It's just mediocre. It's just bad at worst and mediocre at best. You know, I will watch Mufasa over Kraven the Hunter and Madam Web any fucking day. Hey, at least Mufasa tried. Yes, it's a lazy cash grab, but I can at least get the sense that movie tried. Madam Web and Kraven the Hunter, I never got the sense they tried. At all. Look, the only way I'll accept Sony to continue these shitty spin-off movies is if one of them begins with Jared Leto's Morbius getting shot in the head and killed. I just like it when I see Jared Leto in pain, because Jared Leto is a complete fucking asshole. I mean, one of my favourite scenes in any movie is that scene in American Psycho where Christian Bale just kills Jared Leto with an axe. Okay, this is going to some dark places. Like, anyway, jokes aside, jokes aside, I'm done with this stupid universe. I'm done. I just want to see Beyond the Spider-Verse and Spider-Man 4. And also, Marvel, if you're watching this, Captain America Brave New World is going to suck. Goodbye.